Hey folks, welcome back to Pokemon Brown. In the last episode, we got through Mearson Cave with a couple casualties of poor Slowpoke. And in this episode, we introduce our third team member, Leaf, the Bellsprout. Now you might be wondering, why is he level 17 when everyone else is not really that high level? Well, there's an area down by the Pokemon Center, you probably saw it in the last episode. It's a patch of grass, and if you walk in there, it's really high-level Pokemon. There's like level 18 Pikachus, Pidgeys, ran into an Ekans at 17, and a Hitmonchan at 20. So if you're really like me and need a good Pokemon to take on the Water-type gym, you find yourself a nice Pokemon right there. But anyway, I picked Bellsprout because A, Bellsprouts are awesome. Bellsprout over Oddish, in my opinion, any day. 2, they're not poison type anymore. In the new game, or in this hack, he added a couple types of his own, such as gas, abnormal, sound, and in Leaf's case, or Bellsprout's case, wood. Bellsprout is wood grass, meaning it is quadruple weak to fire, which is kind of cute. But hey, we're not going to use him against fire types ever. He's going to wreck this gym, though. Being the first gym, though, it is the same layout as Brock's gym in the original Red and Blue. I'm keeping Neptune Slowpoke out here because he's going to need the experience, and Bellsprout really doesn't need the experience to take on the rest of the gym. But the seal here, you know, just it's typical strategy. Confusion, 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 confusion. And it has headbutt, 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 headbutt. We're just going to use confusion, 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 confusion. And I think it has growl, but... And hey, look at that, we got a level. Beat the junior trainer. Nothing's going to get cut out of this episode because this episode's only about 12 minutes long. And it's really just one thing, and like a couple other things at the very end. The big portion of this episode, though, is we are going up against... Carpman. Yes, the first gym leader is Carpman, or Carpman. I'm pretty sure it's Carpman. It's supposed to be maybe a joke of like Eric Cartman from South Park. But, you know, he's the gym leader. He looks like Brock, but I think he actually works better as Cartman. His first Pokemon is a Horsey, which I do like Horseys a lot. I would rather have them as a water type any day, but, yeah, they're pretty cool. Which is just, I could just take it out with a Vine Whip right off the bat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Growth, get my special attack up, since Vine Whip is in this generation special. And yeah, I took some damage, my speed fell. It's not going to matter too much. Gonna take a little more damage. Still not going to matter too much, because Vine Whip is essentially a one-hit KO on Horsey. Probably would have been even without it, because I'm 7 levels higher. And I'm 5 levels higher than his next Pokemon. Oh, we already got a level 2. We're gonna learn... No, I'm 6 levels higher than his next Pokemon. We're gonna get rid of Wrap for Sleep Powder. Wrap in this generation constantly hits. You actually can't move while Wrap is in effect. I don't like... excuse me. I don't like using it because I feel like it's kind of cheaty. His next Pokemon is a Vaporeon. This is why I got Bellsprout in the first place. Vaporeon will wreck you if you're not prepared. It's buff tank. Like, it's really high defense like a Slowbro, and it's got really hard-hitting moves, too. But Grass-type wins out in the end. If you have a Bulbasaur, you'll probably have been fine. Squirtle, you could probably have managed it. Charmander, you can't. There was no way for Charmander to manage it. We got our first badge, the Marine Badge. It's an official Pokemon League badge. And our Pokemon become more powerful. Not really. And now we can use Flash anytime, and he gives us a TM, like every gym leader, right at the very end. TM 12. As a Water-type gym leader, it's going to be something interesting. It's really interesting what he gives. It's not Water Gun. It's something better. It's Octazooka. Octillery's signature move, now in TM form, that all Water types can learn. It reduces speed and will poison enemies as well. TM34 we picked up in the cave, by the way, is Bide. It's what you would normally get from Brock if he were the gym leader. We're going to teach Neptune Octazooka because we need a nice water-type move, finally. And now we're just gonna go get the rest of our team healed back up, any of that minor damage we took, and we're gonna head north to the next town. Hello, Nurse. Hello, I was gonna say Nurse Jenny. Hello, Nurse Joy. Heal my Pokemon, please. Which, for now, Leaf is going to not be getting as much action because he had his moment of, he had his moment to shine with the Water-type gym. He's gonna get a comeback later on because, you know, he's actually going to be a solid member of this party. I debated kind of getting rid of him, but I like him. He's gonna be a solid member of this party. But it seems Igneel has fallen behind in the levels. So, we're going to bring Igneel back out, and we're going to go on to the next route. There's a couple trainers up there for us to battle. And it's another new team member to get as well. I'm spoiling it here at the end, but it's another new team member. Pretty freaking cool. And we immediately have to fight another Pokemaniac. He's got a Spearow, which I believe Spearow, they don't get Gust, but there's also a Wind element now. Pidgey with Gust, it's like Gust is Wind element, and Wind element moves are super effective against Fire types, which makes sense, you know, Wind could put out a fire. And so, excuse me. Most flying types are probably a little harder for Igneel to go up against until he at least evolves into a Charizard. Next, I'm going to send out Slowpoke, which I am kind of dumb. I really should have switched out right here because holy crap, my moves do nothing. So yeah, let's switch out to Leaf and just wreck it finally. You know, just fine whipping the crap out of it. See? Super effective. Easy peasy. Bellsprout squeezy. Don't squeeze Bellsprouts though, that's not good strats. There is a little bit of grass up here, which, you know, if I didn't have Bellsprout, there's a Pokemon I would love to get, which right here, it would be Ekans. Ekans is the snake Pokemon, which you can kind of tell by its name spelled backwards, just like how Arbok is the Cobra Pokemon. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that you know, oh, Ekans is snake, Arbok is Cobra, well, what's Muck? You can't really compare Muck's name to Ekans and Arbok. Like, that doesn't work. Because Ekans is not even related to Grimer. Grimer and Muck are based off the names Grime and just Muck, which is just, you know, dirty nastiness and sludge, which is what Grimer and Muck are. Ekans and Arbok are based off a snake and a cobra. So, Muck isn't based off of what people think its name backwards is, which I'm not going to say on this episode, or ever. But, it's just not. Sorry, that was a really weird tangent rant for me to go into, but hey, look, a Drowsy! This is not the first time, this is not the last time we'll see a Drowsy, sadly. I've always wanted to use a Drowsy, though, because they're like, I always picture them as poison types, but they're psychic types. They have like, but it's because they can get like smog and poison gas that I always picture them as such. Hey look, Metal Claw. Told ya. But yeah, you know, they're pretty cool. They're decent psychic types. With them getting used by Team Rocket most of the time in the games, I just associate them as evil. Kind of like how I associate Grimers as evil. But I've used a Grimer and a Muck before. They were pretty cool. But, you know, just any Pokemon used by an evil team in a video game, I just automatically associate as evil. For some reason. Like, what is it? Not Nidhogg. That little Watchhog from Black and White. It was used by Team Plasma, so I just automatically assumed it was evil. Purloin and that other cat evolution of it, I can't remember. but I always associated them with evil because they were with the evil team. Zubat and Golbat, I can kind of see past it because I love Zubats and Goldbats. And Crobat. Crobat is like one of my favorite flying types. If then I wasn't using Charizard, I would use Crobat. Got us an Abra right here, which, funnily enough, it doesn't teleport away, it just gets Metal Clawed by Igneel and critted. So, yeah. Now here we are, at the place we're going to get our next team member. This is based off the Celadon Mansion in the original generations. If you went to the top of the Celadon Mansion in the original gen, you found an Eevee waiting for you. So naturally, after seeing this one, would assume that you could go up to the top and get an Eevee. And this guy's like, you can have this Pokemon for free. No sir, I'm not crazy, I'm just an idiot. Upon picking it up, you get a Porygon. Not an Eevee, it's a Porygon, which is still cool. Porygons are awesome. They're pretty cool. I'm gonna name this Pokemon Zero. Kind of like 0 Point. Zero. But I thought about typing out as 0 Point, but I didn't really want to just call him 0 Point. So he's roughly named Zero, but he's 0 Point. So yeah, welcome to the team, Porygon. Porygon is also an abnormal type Pokemon in this generation, not normal, which it's kind of weird. Abnormal is super weak to normal types. So he kind of has a rough little start ahead of him. But we can evolve him as well into Porygon 2 and apparently into Porygon Z at the end of the game. So it might be worth keeping him around. We'll see. He's going to get a trial run. He hasn't really proved his worth yet, but he might. He really might. But with that, we're almost at the end of the episode. Almost to Hayward Docks and Hayward City. All we gotta do is sprint through this underground tunnel. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but if you hold down what button you have is B, when you move, it's running shoes. Fun little note. But hey, like, comment, rate, subscribe, do whatever you want with the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.